welcome, Venerable. It's an honor to be sharing the stage with you, and welcome to Hot Docs here in Toronto.
Okay, me too. Very happy, but when we are watching the documentary, so it's not so happy, maybe sadness. But after finish, it's happy because whatever that I'm happy is thank you so much to Chris Kelly that made this documentary, and also thank you to all of you for support and watching. This is the real story, real documentary happened in Cambodia. Yeah.
So Chris, I think I'll start just by asking you, how did you learn about the Venerable? How did you learn about this story? And how are you able to get such incredible access to?
Yeah, I had been in Cambodia just as a tourist in 2006 and really became fascinated by the country and the people there and wanted to come back and make a film. And I looked into some of the things that were happening in Cambodia today, and one of the big issues was land rights and forced evictions. So I was able to raise some funding and move to Cambodia with a camera. I very quickly met the Venerable Sovath at a press conference. He was filming his community with his little old Nokia smartphone. I thought it would be interesting to, as a filmmaker, to have as a subject also a documentary filmmaker, because it's a really nice way to kind of reflect on practice and to look into like what it means to be a filmmaker and what kind of how it changes the dynamic of what it is that you're actually filming. And then we were initially supposed to stay for just 3 months. We had a cinematographer required, and we were going to shoot a kind of a social issue documentary with all the talking heads and all the context. But when I met Venerable and the other people in the film, I decided that I didn't want to do that anymore, and I wanted to try to be there as these things were unfolding and as these things were happening, and try to capture the reality as it happened, rather than have people recounting their experiences in an interview afterwards. And so I just made the commitment to stay and film for as long as possible. And hugely grateful to the Venerable and the other participants for giving me such amazing access to their lives.
It was certainly a very immersive experience. Venerable, if you would mind, I'd love to ask you, I was a little bit struck by how the monk leaders didn't seem to be supportive of you. And so I wondered, can you speak to, is there a lot of, or do you suspect there to be a lot of corruption amongst the monk leadership in Cambodia?
The monks Sangha type Luon doesn't support you. Why not? Are they corrupt? Is there corruption?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Supreme Patriarch in Cambodia, that he ruling the power of Buddhism, ministry and Buddhism religion. So in Cambodia, everything is not independent. Media, TV, radio, and ministry, court, and also the Buddhism also is not independent. So the Supreme Patriarch installed by the ruling party of the CPP government, Prime Minister Hun Sen. He became the Prime Minister, control Cambodia, leading Cambodia over 30 years ago, not changed. So Supreme Patriarch also over 30 years ago, not changed. So like this, that the activity of the monk, like me, to stand up, to join activity, to advocacy for peace, justice, democracy, or land right, human right, or natural right defender is not easy to work. Because they accuse me, they regard my activity is illegal law in the Buddhism and also in the state law also. But no law regard my activity is illegal or mistake or wrong way. No, I'm doing for a good heart, good action to help people that suffering from land grabbing, for eviction, and also a court accuse them, detain them in the prison, injustice, and also violation. So I don't want to see what happened crazy politics or crazy problem like this. I want to stop it, I want to change it, and I want to help the people like this. So the Supreme Patriarch not support my activity and not happy, but very angry, and also for eviction me from the temple also, not only the people for eviction, but when I'm go to help the people, they for eviction me from the temple and ban me, not allow me to stay in the temple around in Cambodia. So like this. But I think everything because of politics. Politics in Cambodia is not real democracy, it's not real respect of the national law or international law. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm going to turn it over to our audience now. So if there are questions, please raise your hands and I'll try to repeat them. So I'll start with you, sir.
Yes, I wanted to ask Venerable, you mentioned God in the midway in the film, and I see two other people mentioning God. Since you are a Buddhist, and you don't believe in God, what does God mean for you?
So Venerable, the question is, since you're a Buddhist and you don't believe in God, if that's accurate,
yeah,
what does God mean to you?
The Buddhism in Cambodia, over 90% of the population, 15 million people practice the Buddhism. But the Buddhism or the Buddha is not God. The Buddha is human. And the Buddha, the human like this, the Buddha do everything for human. And also the Buddha is not only human rights defender, but also animal rights defender, natural rights defender. The Buddha was born under the tree, enlightenment under the tree, and was dead under the tree also. So what is the wisdom of the Buddha? For peace, for justice, and for happiness, and respect each other. And the Buddha also educate the human lay people for a good action only, not bad action. So like this, that make me following the Buddhism 25 years ago, that I'm become to the monk, while I'm only 13 years, yeah, because civil war happened in Cambodia. So my brother, my sister, they cage them to join the army also. I'm go to become the monk because don't want to join the army and don't want to make the war. Also like this, whatever that I'm doing for Buddhism teaching, the same human rights law right now. The human rights law, the same in Buddhism. Yeah. For example, abstaining from the killing, abstaining from the stealing, and abstaining from the lying, etc. like this. So make the people live a life and living for peace and justice. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Hi, congratulations on a remarkable film. I was wondering if you could explain a little bit of what happened between the two women.
Oh.
Chris, is that for Chris or for the
Chris.
Okay, so for Chris, if you could explain the conflict, I guess, that developed between the two women, or the rift that kind of drew them apart.
Yeah, I mean, there's no easy answer there, to be honest. I mean, and it's left open and ambiguous in the film intentionally because it's possible that Srepo took a deal with the government, like the other lady that you see earlier in the film, Lee Mum, who's actually there right at the beginning, speaking in her ear, and right at the penultimate scene as well. It's possible that she took a deal. If she did take a deal, she didn't get anything for it because she's still living in the same house that she's always been in. Her kids don't have money to go to school. It's also possible that the betrayal between the two women occurred because of jealousy and envy. Sri Po was really the leader of the group for a long time, and then when she was, and then when Vani was in prison, Vani became the leader because she could speak English, and so when Hillary Clinton's calling, she wants to speak to someone, Vani was elected to speak to her because she was the only one that could actually speak English. So she became the group leader by accident, and that caused a lot of envy amongst the group because they wanted to know why was Vani being invited to all of these awards in places around the world and getting to go out and see the world and spread the message, and the rest of the group felt that they weren't being recognised, and particularly Sri Po felt that all of her hard work was not being recognised and acknowledged, and that Vani initially wasn't part of the group, and Sri Po had actually nurtured her and helped her along and got her involved in the activism. Sri Po was instrumental in getting the World Bank to actually implement the inspection panel report that came out that found in the favour of the Bangkok community. So it's very complex, and I guess that's just what life is like. There's no simple narratives, there's no either or, this black and white dichotomy that we all look for. It doesn't really exist in real life. It's more ambiguous, it's more complex, and I think that's what we tried to reflect in the film. Ultimately, I guess the message is that, and this is how I hope they feel as well, is that people make mistakes, people are fallible. It's very difficult when you're up against such a kind of immovable object, like such a corrupt government and system, and of course the government and the developer were helping encourage that betrayal and that separation. That was very much a strategy of the government and the developer to encourage that, to break up the solidarity, because they're much stronger when they're together than when they're separated.
We've got time for 2 more questions, so I'm going to go in the back with the glasses, and then you with the hat. We'll do our final question. Go ahead. Sorry, can you repeat that? I couldn't hear you.
Has the situation around the human rights abuses changed now that the opposition party has some power in the government?
So has the situation around human rights abuses shifted now that the opposition party is in government, has power?
No, it's getting worse, to be honest. Actually, there was a political analyst murdered quite recently, a guy called Ken Lai, who was shot dead at a petrol station. The opposition, Sam Rainsy, the opposition doesn't really exist anymore. They've been totally dismantled by the government. They've been implementing laws and they've been putting charges up against Sam Rainsy, so he's actually back in exile now. He's no longer the leader of the opposition. It's now Kem Sokha and Nusukua, some other sort of minor politicians. There's national elections coming up next year, so we'll see what happens with that. Certainly the opposition probably won the elections in 2013 if it hadn't been for the vote rigging and election fraud. The people who were counting the votes reckon that they probably won it, but the government was able to stay in power. Tip Vani's in jail. She's got 2 years for her activism, so it's absolutely politically motivated charges as well that's seen her there. So her family's also, in real hard trouble as well. The situation's no better at all, unfortunately.
And our final question to you now.
It's more of a compliment. I would just like to say it's an utter honour to be in your presence, and I'm blown away, Chris, by your commitment, your life commitment to this project. It's wonderful. And I just want to say the 2 real impacting things that I take away from it is how progress is so evident in the film that you couldn't have filmed any of it or got to be reached across the globe without technology and advancement. And yet, so it's the conflict between progress and no progress. And the second thing is watching the 2 women at the end, that in every level of life there's this conflict of power and jealousy, no matter whether you're at the governmental level or just 2 friends. It's so wonderful what you've done, and you've answered that whatever way you like.
Thank you, that's very kind.
Give Chris and the round of applause. Incredible to have you here. Thank you.
My name is Misha Robbins.
How is your feeling to watching Cambodian Spring today?
I am very glad that I watched Cambodian Spring today. It was really interesting to see the movie, and I liked that it followed both a sort of a rural struggle over land grabs and an urban struggle over forced evictions, and looking at the ways that just implicitly these are connected. I've been involved a bit with like anti-eviction organizing in North America, which follows similar things and is connected again to rural land struggles, but we're not very good at bridging those. Anyway, it's very interesting, and I'm very inspiring to see the work of the total dedication of the people in Cambodia fighting against the enclosure of Luon. So thank you very much for being here.
Some ចម្រើនពរញាតិញោមពុទ្ធបរិស័ទបងប្អូនជនរួមជាតិខ្មែរទាំងអស់គ្នាផងដែរថាភាពយន្តឯកសារដែលមានចំណងជើងថា Cambodian Spring ដែលត្រូវបានចាក់បញ្ចាំងជាលើកទី2រៀបចំកម្មវិធីដោយ Hot Dog នៅ Hard House Theatre ទីក្រុង Toronto ប្រទេសកាណាដាថ្ងៃនេះគឺ4 ឧសភា 2017 ច្រើនពោហើយយើងឃើញទេសនិកជនមកទេសនាយ៉ាងច្រើនកកកគឺភាគច្រើនគឺជាភ្ញៀវអន្តរជាតិថ្ងៃនេះច្រើនពោដោយឡែកខ្មែរយើងថ្ងៃនេះដូចអត់មានទេបើពីម្សិលមិញថ្ងៃទី3គឺខ្មែរយើងច្រើនពោប៉ុន្តែថ្ងៃនេះគឺសុទ្ធតែជាបរទេសហើយពេញនៅសាលមហោស្រពHard House Theatre នេះ
Namaste, thank you so much for everything you do. You're so brave.
Okay, how
those brave women.
How is your interesting about feeling about documentary?
We need to help. We need to help the people of Siem Reap and Phnom Penh. It's just it's a beautiful country and beautiful people, and it's just so hard for them. It's just so painful. I was in Siem Reap for 1 month. I taught English. So it's I worked for Care for Cambodia. Care for Cambodia. It's a NGO from Texas. Care for Cambodia. It has a few schools. So thank you so much. You're so brave. What a brave man you are.
Thank you. Please help Cambodia join together. ដូចញាតិញោមបានដឹងហើយគឺរហូតមកដល់ពេលនេះគឺទេសនិកជនបានចេញអំពីសាលមហោស្រពនេះជាប់សពគ្រប់ហើយគឺចាក់បញ្ចាំងរយៈពេលជិត2ម៉ោងណាច្រើនពោហើយមានការចាប់អារម្មណ៍ជាខ្លាំងនៅលើផ្ទាំងទស្សនីយភាពនៃភាពយន្តឯកសារ Cambodian Spring ណាដែលផលិតដោយលោក Chris Kelly រយៈពេលប្រហែលជាង6ឆ្នាំតាំងពីឆ្នាំ2009រហូតមកដល់2016ណាចុងឆ្នាំ2016ទៅបានបញ្ចប់សពគ្រប់ហើយត្រូវបានចាក់បញ្ចាំងតាមរោងមហោស្រពភាពយន្តផ្សេងដូចជាក្នុងឱកាសនេះគឺរៀបចំណាចាត់ចែងដោយ Hot Dog ដែលយើងហៅថា Standing Out Spoken បានឧបត្ថម្ភគាំទ្រដោយអង្គការអន្តរជាតិរដ្ឋាភិបាលផ្សេងរៀបចំមហោស្រពភាពយន្តអន្តរជាតិមហោស្រពភាពយន្តឯកសារក្នុងនោះគឺភាពយន្តឯកសារនៅក្នុងប្រទេសកម្ពុជាយើងបានចាក់បញ្ចាំងគឺផលិតដោយលោក Chris Kelly ណា Doccumentary Cambodian Spring នឹងឯងច្រើនពោហើយចាក់បញ្ចាំងបើគិតទៅ3ដងគឺថ្ងៃទី3កាលពីម៉ោង6ល្ងាចហើយថ្ងៃនេះគឺពេលថ្ងៃណាម៉ោង1ជាងថ្ងៃទី4ហើយនឹងពេលថ្ងៃអាទិត្យម្ដងទៀតច្រើនពោថ្ងៃអាទិត្យខែឧសភា 2017ហ្នឹង ឃើញមានការចាប់អារម្មណ៍ច្រើនពីទស្សនិកជនទាក់ទងទៅនឹងរឿងអំពើហិង្សាការរំលោភសិទ្ធិមនុស្សរំលោភសិទ្ធិលំនៅឋានដីធ្លីការបណ្ដេញចេញដោយបង្ខំពីលំនៅឋានការរុញច្រានដោយបញ្ហាសង្គមដែលកើតឡើងដោយមិនឯករាជ្យមិនអធិក្រិតពីសំណាក់តុលាការក្តីសមត្ថកិច្ចក្តីយើងឃើញថាធ្វើឲ្យប្រជាពលរដ្ឋរងគ្រោះណាអ្នកដែលគ្មានលុយគ្មានអំណាចរងគ្រោះហើយអ្នកដែលមានលុយមានអំណាចគឺគេអាចធ្វើអ្វីបានតាមចិត្តដោយគេហៅថាมันមានទោសកំហុសហើយចំណែកអ្នកក្ររងគ្រោះហើយមានទោសទៀតច្រើនទៅមានទោសទៀត Hello អរគុណច្រើនពរលាញាតិញោមទាំងអស់គ្នា Hello bye yeah taxi coming oh yeah coming already 3 minutes 4 minutes okayនេះគឺទស្សនភាពនៅខាងក្រៅចរានពោមេឃកំពុងតែភ្លៀង This taxi?
Yeah.
This?
Yeah, this taxi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, we go.